Even if we were to acknowledge for now that the continued existence of the Jewish people is evidence of the Bible's integrity, we still have the right to raise several other concerns. One such concern is the complex relationship between the Jewish people and the fiercely disputed land in the Middle East, which is now the modern state of Israel. To understand more about the connection, watch this video that reveals a shocking event in Israel which has left religious people astounded. The link between God's covenant with the Jewish people and the promised land, which is highly emphasized, poses significant challenges for some individuals. Today, many devout Jews and Christians are curious about the relationship between the modern state of Israel and the territory it currently occupies. In 1948, a considerable number of Orthodox Jews were shocked and outraged by the idea of establishing a Jewish state based on contemporary notions of nationality, rather than a kingdom ruled by the Messiah. This sentiment still exists today. Setting politics aside, it is undeniable that the children of Israel have persevered despite harsh treatments they have endured. Against all odds, after 2,000 years of exile, the Jewish people have returned to the land of Israel. Just as the ancient prophets foretold, this is the fulfillment of the promise made by the Jewish people to reclaim their homeland. Throughout the years, this goal may have faded into the background of Jewish life due to their widespread dispersion, but now it has become a reality. However, the Jewish people's tradition of proclaiming next year in Jerusalem at the Passover holiday is a constant reminder of the legacy they have lost. Despite its implausibility, the idea of Jews returning to their homeland has persisted throughout history. While many Christians interpreted this promise metaphorically or historically, there were those in the 19th century who adopted a literal interpretation and eagerly anticipated the return of Jews to Israel. This movement, known as Christian Zionism or Biblical Zionism, draws inspiration from the Bible and sees the existence of the current state of Israel as further proof of its veracity. Just as the Jewish people's continued presence in the world validates the Bible, the massive movement of Jewish people returning to and owning the land of Israel does not require national spiritual regeneration through Jesus Christ. According to biblical teachings, the prophet Zechariah predicted that the Jewish people would not turn to God through the Messiah after they had to return to their homeland. Similarly, the prophet Ezekiel, who spoke about the promise of God, in Ezekiel 36:24, it is written, "For I will take you from the nations, gather you from all the lands, and bring you into your own land." This is followed by another promise in Ezekiel 36:25, "Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean. In addition to this, I will give you a new heart and put in you a new spirit within you, and I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh." It is important to note that the return of the Jewish people to their land precedes their spiritual revitalization. Once regathered, Israel as a nation will turn and trust in the promised Messiah. The Bible also foretells that Israel's return to the land would happen gradually. In Ezekiel chapter 37, there is a vivid vision of a valley filled with dry bones. According to verses 6 to 10, the process of the bones coming to life occurs in stages. First the bones, then the flesh, then the skin, and finally the breath of life. God tells Ezekiel that these bones represent the whole house of Israel. This powerful vision aligns with the ongoing events and accurately depicts the regathering of the Jewish people to their homeland. However, this regathering did not happen all at once. Instead, it took place in stages between 1881 and 1939. There were 5 major waves of Jewish immigration known as aliyats from Europe to the Promised Land. These events culminated in the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948. The Jewish people have faced immense adversity throughout history, including being expelled from their homes in Arab nations and facing discrimination and genocide at the hands of various regimes. Despite this, over 1 million Jewish Holocaust survivors and 1.5 million individuals from the former Soviet Union have immigrated to Israel, evidence of the gradual return to their homeland. The Bible foretells this return, with God promising to restore the Jewish people to their land while opposition has been faced along the way. The rebirth of Israel is a testament to the resilience and determination of the Jewish people. The Bible prophesied that after a long period of exile, the descendants of Israel would return to their homeland and reclaim their national identity. This would pave the way for the arrival of the Messiah and the end of history as we know it, prophesied in the Word of God. It's worth considering whether the establishment of the Jewish homeland in the Middle East aligns with these prophecies. The formation of the contemporary state of Israel is likely to fulfill the prophecies of the prophet and set the stage for future events. The triumphant return of Israel to Zion is a powerful demonstration of the accuracy of the scriptures. It's difficult to comprehend how God could bring a scattered and oppressed people back to their land after over thousands of years of exile. We should pray for the peace of Jerusalem and consider how Jewish evangelism fits into this modern day, as the second coming of Jesus is dependent on the Jewish people accepting him as their Messiah. The Apostle Paul's writing in Romans 11:29 may provide some insight into this question. As you guys may know, there is a big conflict going on right now in the Middle East, debating on who the land belongs to. And the most important thing we must realize is that this land was given by God himself to Israel, regardless of our ethnicity or religious background. Not only was it given to Israel, but Jesus Christ also warns us that there is going to be a rebuilding of the third temple. And this third temple, many Muslims and many non-believers are going to believe that it is their Messiah, and they're going to worship the Antichrist who will sit upon the third temple. So this is something to be more cautious about, more than what's going on right now and who land it belongs to, because we can debate who it belongs to, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is watching out for the Antichrist, because many people will fall for his deception. And as believers, it is our duty to make every effort to spread the message of the gospel to our Jewish brothers and sisters so that they can become born-again Christians and find Jesus Christ. Share your thoughts on the future of Israel in the end times by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.